All right, let's finish it up by looking at converting some polar equations to rectangular. So again, we've gone from rectangular to polar. Let's go from polar to rectangular. Now, what we established today is we've been talking about conversions. We've talked about radius, right? Radius, we know, is defined as the square root of x squared plus y squared, right? When we're looking at the Pythagorean theorem, we can prove that, right? And we looked at our conversions earlier. We're given some points. So we know r is always equal to square root x squared plus y squared. And let's go ahead and talk about cosine and sine, right, in terms of x and y. So cosine theta, by definition, is x coordinate over radius. So that equals what? X coordinate over the square root of x squared plus y squared. So again, there's a formula, right, a definition we can use to establish conversion. And we can do the same thing with sine, right? We know sine theta is y coordinate over radius. So radius being the square root of x squared plus y squared, that's y over the square root of x squared plus y squared. So we've got some definitions here we can use. So in example A, so if r is equal to negative 3 sine theta, that's square root of x squared plus y squared, that's r, equal to negative 3 times the sine of theta, which is y, over the square root of x squared plus y squared. And as we look at that, that's square root of x squared plus y squared equal to negative 3y divided by the square root of x squared plus y squared. Now, we should simplify that. I want to make that look a little bit better. Let's go ahead and get rid of this fraction. Let's get rid of the square root in the denominator, and we'll go ahead and multiply both sides by the square root of x squared plus y squared, so we can cancel that out and simplify this down. And of course, doing that, so what is the square root of x squared plus y squared times square root of x squared plus y squared? Well, that creates a square and eliminates the square root. So we end up, right, as x squared plus y squared equal negative 3y, which is our rectangular equation. And you can tell that is an equation of a circle, right, if you were to graph that. Circular equation, sum of two squared terms, coefficients are 1 with both of them. But that's, again, an example, converting from polar to rectangular. Let's take example B. Let's see what happens with it. So we're given in B, r plus 5 sine theta equals 7 cosine theta. So that implies the square root of x squared plus y squared plus 5 times sine theta, which we know is y, over the square root of x squared plus y squared, right, equal to 7 cosine theta, which is x over the square root of x squared plus y squared. And as we see here, let's go ahead and simplify. So I want to go ahead and get rid of these fractions. So we'll go ahead and multiply by the square root of x squared plus y squared on both sides of the equation with each term, using the multiplication property of equality, keeping it equal. So we simplify, and again, this creates a square. So it simplifies nicely down to x squared plus y squared plus 5y equal to 7x. And there's our rectangular equation, right? We've gone from x, or from r and theta, to x and y. Now let's do the last one. So you look at example C. Now example C, I've got theta equal to 3/4. You say, well, how do I convert that to x and y? Well, let's use our definition. We all know that the tangent of theta equals y over x. So that implies the tangent of 3/4 equals, right? I shouldn't say 3/4. Somebody correct me. This is 3 pi over 4, right? Theta 3 pi over 4, not 3/4. But tangent 3 pi over 4 equal y over x. Now, we all know what tangent 3 pi over 4 is, right? We don't need a calculator to calculate that. 3 pi over 4 is one of our special angles, right? That's our 45-degree mark in what? Quadrant 2. So what's the tangent of 3 pi over 4? That's going to be 1, right? If you're in quadrant 1, of course 3 pi over 4 is in quad 2, it'll be negative 1. So yeah, tangent of 3 pi over 4 equal negative 1. Now you want to put it in your calculator, you could, but that's one we should know. It's one of our special angles. So -1 equal y over x. Now, let's get that in graphing form. Let's go ahead and solve it for y. Let's make it look a little bit better. Then you'll see again what type of equation we have. With this problem, we got -1 times x, which is -x, equal to y. So we've got a linear equation, right? That's slope-intercept form. So we've got a rectangular equation back. We've got an equation written in the form of y equal mx plus b, right? It's a graph of a line with a slope of -1 and a y-intercept at 0, -1. So again, converting, right, using our definitions. So we were given theta, and that was it. Well, that's enough. We know tan of theta in terms of x and y, by definition, is y over x, right? Y coordinate of x coordinate defines tangent. So I hope that helps you with converting these equations from polar to rectangular.